What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video. This time we're checking out the brand new MX-5 Drift Edition that you get from completing the Drift Experience Volume 2 playlist. All right, let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my Motorfest tunes or my Need for Speed Heat builds, I've moved everything to my website. It's militiagamingco.com. There's links in the main navigation menu for Need for Speed Heat builds and Motorfest Pro settings, so click those if you're looking for that. The link to the site is actually in the description of this video. All right, enjoy. All right, before we get into the pro settings for each of the builds, remember with drift builds, we do two of them. We do a race build and then a drift build because the drift events are sort of mix and match when it comes to the summits. So for this MX-5, we're going to talk about the race build first, and then we'll show you a race using it and then go into the drift build and a drift trial as well. So anyway, about the car actually performs very well in drift applications. It does not perform super good in the race applications, but it's also not super bad. My time on Scotto versus Scotto, the best time was 2:28.265, which is actually my fourth best time on the course. And I've tested, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. So it's right in the middle in terms of the cars that I've tested. There's a lot more to test, obviously. Now, as far as the score that it gets on my test course for drift trials, it's Ebisu style. And it got actually my highest score that I've ever gotten, which is an 801.068. So it's actually very, very good. Now, obviously, if it was the best, you'd see it at the top of the leaderboards, and it's still not at the top of the leaderboards. So there is obviously some room for me to improve my skills with the other cars. But for now, for the testing, I did the best with this car. Now, that being said, we're going to see that later in the video, and we'll see how I can do here live on the video. So anyway, let's get into the race build first. So we've got 40% on the brake balance. Move down into the suspension. I'm at -5 for the spring front, 0 in the rear, -3 for the compression front, 0 in the rear, -4 on both rebound front and rear. Anti-roll bars are completely maxed at 10 on both, and the camber is -0.25 on both. Real quick before we get into it though, I forgot the difficulty settings. We need to have traction control on comfort. All right, let's see how this thing does on Scotto versus Scotto. All right, here we go. Let's see if we could do 2:28, which is my best time on this one. Here we go. Very nice start, dude. Let's go. The oversteer is unreal with drift cars, bro. Very nice drift into the first reset here. Actually, the only reset. All right, let's see if we can get this drift turn correct. It is a tough one. All right, we're in. Okay. Mazda, let's go, dude. Let off. A little bit of a gutter turn there. Double downshift. Let's go. We're holding really good speed through some of these. Some of these you do have to slow down just a tiny bit. Like this one is a tough corner, so I like to slow down there. Nos once we get to 6th. All right, so far so good. This is a tough corner. We kept really good speed going through that. That's nice. All right, here we go. Tricky little off-road section. Hopefully we can just run through it, not have to worry about it. Back up to speed when we get out. Make the corner and nos. All right, let's go, dude. Oh, it wanted to overcorrect back to the other side, but we saved it. So we're all good there. Still doing good. Oh, little dirt. All right, no worries, no worries. Let's go. All right, where are we at? 22. Can we make it? Nope, it's gonna be a 29. All right. With the fastest time being a 28.2, and I just ran a 29.3, really not that bad, especially because we're doing it here on a video and talking about it as we're doing it. And yeah, man, these are tough runs, especially because drift cars are so wild. So it usually takes me a few runs to do these things. This was a fairly clean run. I was still a second off my best, but you can see what the car is capable of, and that's kind of the whole point of this. All right, let's get over to the drift build and show you what it's capable of on Ebisu style. All right, so for the drift build Pro Tune, we've got -8 on the grip front, -10 on the grip rear, 75% towards the front on the brake balance, and then for the aero load rear, -5. Suspension is at +5 in the front, 0 in the rear. Compression front is 10, 0 in the rear, and rebound front is 10. Rebound rear is 0. For the anti-roll bars, I did not touch these at all. And then for the camber, we've got -0.10 in the front, and that is it. Now, as far as the difficulty settings that we're going to be running for this one, we've got traction control off, we've got counter steering on, and drift assist on comfort. And that's the setup that I prefer with this particular car. All right. Let's get out to Ebisu style, see how this does. All right, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can't get close to that 800,000 score. It's gonna be tough, man. That's my best score ever with any car. So let's see how we do. All right, so far so good. Just trying to get into the rhythm of the course. All right, we're fully in it now. We're not going very fast, but I'm getting a little bit of frame stutters here too. All right, still so far so good. Still haven't had any mishaps here. Let the car go a little wider that time. All right, nice score. We're gonna need a little help here. You know what? I just realized is my issue. My legend points are not set up correctly, and that's why I don't have enough NOS. I'm gonna have to be really selective on my NOS here. So usually with this, I do a lot of like weird testing, and usually you can have drifty on your legend points, and you just get a ton of NOS. You can literally just spam it throughout the entire event. This is actually a decent score, 793. So the difference being not having enough NOS, I couldn't keep my speed as high as I like to have it here. And without that extra speed, you lose some distance across the entire event. So that's exactly what happened here. If I had had my legend points set up correctly for this, and I had drifty on, then I would have way more NOS throughout this event, and I probably could have scored a little bit closer to 800,000, but 793 still not bad. Didn't drop the multiplier at all. The car feels insanely good to drift. It is just so smooth. With the right parts on it, you score a ton. So anyways, I definitely recommend picking this thing up. It's very, very worth it. And to do that, all you have to do is complete the Drift Experience Volume 2 playlist, which is only 7 drift events. It's pretty easy to complete. There's not a lot of cutscenes. In fact, there's no cutscenes except for the original container opening, and that's about it. So yeah, highly recommend this one. It's a very good drift car, and enjoy the tune. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.